This is Mark the Meerkat in with two trades of the day. That's right. We got to follow the trend is the lesson of the day. And let's take a look here at Facebook. Here it was at opening and it was falling, and starting to do a bear pullback. Well, guess what? The markets were also dropping. So I went ahead and I set an order here just below the 155 even dollar amount. And let's see what happened next here. And bam, there it goes. It fell down and I got ticked in at 154.84. I'm short on Facebook. And then it just based here for a little bit and then it started to drop again. Again, the markets are pulling down. It pulled down Facebook with it. And let's see where it goes from there. Bam, bitty, bam, bam, bam. And now I'm going to do my stop here to buy to cover here. I'm going to be following this down. Now it's well in the money, so I'm going to use this 20 moving average here, and now it's below this pivot line, starting to fall below there, and you're still going. Now it's starting to base here at 152, keeps hitting its head at 152, and I'm still short here. I'm still short, and now it goes down to a new low a day down here to 151, and then comes back up. Now I'm pulling my stop down all this time along this 50 moving average, but it gets to this $52 area. That was major resistance, so I'm going to put it just above that 52 even dollar amount. Use that as the shield to protect me, as well as the 8 EMA. And let's see what happens with the price action now. And it's going down, going sideways here, and then it pops up here above the 20 moving average, and then boom, just popped up above that 152 and stopped me out at 152.10 for 1.8% in 39 minutes. All right, that was Facebook. Let's take a look here. What was happening in the Nasdaq at the same time here? Well, here it was at opening. It came down and it was falling. So it was supporting my short on Facebook. Then it started to come back up, and right at this point is where I stopped out of Facebook. So we were very much in a downtrend here. This is a 1-minute chart on the Nasdaq, and again, it doesn't matter if these are 1-minute candles. Pretend these are daily candles, and you need to be following the trend of the broad markets, because 70 to 80% of all stocks follow the broad market indexes. And in this case, these happen to be 1 minute, but again, it doesn't matter the time frame. It happens in all different time frames. So if you're a swing trader, you can learn from this as well. But then what was the trend of it? Look at this. It's starting to trend up here, kind of going sideways, and then boom, it broke out right here. Well, guess what? On Facebook, I was watching that one. Let's go back to Facebook. And Facebook here in the meantime, again, had a couple of other trades on, and now it was starting to high base here just under this pivot line right here. So I said, well, you know, if it breaks this pivot line, I want to go long. And so I set a trade here because I knew that the Nasdaq was rising up here at this time. It's going to pull it up with it. More than likely that if it were to break that major line of resistance, the odds would be in my favor. And sure enough, boom, there it goes. And I am long at 153.57 on Facebook. Now again, what was happening in the index? It was shooting up here, wasn't it? Well, guess what? It was there. And look at the volume that came in also on Facebook at the same time. So now I'm long on Facebook, and it's going up here. And now right at 155 and the 200 moving average, it popped right above there. Now I was using that as support. Cool. So we'll bring it up a stop on that one. And I'm going to bring up my stop here just underneath that 200 moving average. And sure, now it's above this dash line. That is the closing line. So it was resisting underneath it for a little while, and then it broke above that closing line. So I'm going to use that closing line now as a place of possible support, and put my stop just below that area, and let's see if it sure enough, it stayed just above it, starting to roll back up. Cool. Let's see how much higher we can go. And I decided, you know what, it's just stalled right here at the 156 area. I'm going to go ahead and take out half at $56.10. I took out half for 1.6% on the first half. And then we're going to go, oh, now it's starting to break out above the pivot line. Cool. It was resistance, and then boom, now it's support. Bring my stop up here again, following this 20 moving average up here, staying just below this pivot line. And let's see here now. It's about time for us to stop trading. Yeah, look at that. It came right down to that area and then started to go up. Bam, got me out at 156.35. 38 for 1.8% on the second half. So let's look at this second trade. Again, it was high basing here, almost a ascending triangle. When it broke out from there with the markets going up as well, boom, it took a nice run up here. And then when it pulled back, I took out half when it stalled, and then when it broke below that 20 moving average and that pivot line. Well, this is Mark the Meerkat. Hey, just remember that the trend is our friend. We need to trade in the direction of the broad market indexes. Hey, if you'd like to trade with us in the Grok day trading chat room, you can. 7 days risk-free. If you'd like to know more about that, just go to groktrade.com. That's right, groktrade.com. And right there you can access it 2 ways. I'm going to show you the second way to do it up here where it says and more day trading chat room right there. And you go to that, and it takes us to the day trading chat room page, and you can look at this free webinar right here on how to win at day trading, and it gives you some hints and tips about how to win at day trading, and it gives you a special offer to join our day trading chat room. Want to know more about it? You can go ahead and read it here. Read all about what we do. Together we look for this out of the 7,000 stocks out there. We scan it down to about 5 or 6 we're going to follow when the market opens. Then I make audible calls throughout the morning, and so you can be watching your charts and hearing what I'm speaking, and you know exactly where I get in and where I have my stops, and exactly where I get stopped out. Much like these videos, only we're usually handling more than one trade at a time. So when I call them out, you see if they fit your rules, and you can trade them or not. So you can either go to this webinar and register now. Go through the webinar and get a special offer for an annual membership, or you can just go here to join now, and that would be for a monthly. And again, 7-day risk-free. If the first 7 days it's not working for you, that's okay. Full refund, no questions asked. This is Mark the Meerkat. Trade well, and may your winners run.